All right, guys, welcome back to the iMaxit slash YouTube, Wemaxit YouTube channels. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel from before, keep on doing that great work by sharing the contents far and wide. I am here today with my co-host Africans, where in which we are going to be taking our licks on predictions that we got wrong and actually talk about what we got right and make some new predictions if you guys do permit us. All right, so we're going to just go over the groups and also the first round of knockout. So Africans, how are you doing, my brother?
I am doing all right. It's a holiday here today, so if you're in Canada watching this, happy Heritage Day, happy Family Day, happy Louis Riel Day, wherever in the country you are. Enjoy this day off, guys, and we're here just to talk a little bit. Some of the boys, U17s, just kind of go over it. We weren't perfect with our predictions. There's no doubt about it. I
Fact.
did say though, don't sleep on Guadeloupe, and I think Jamaicans felt that one. So I'm going to
Okay, shades already. Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, yes.
But yeah, I'm ready to go over what happened and what we think is going to happen moving forward. So yeah, let's get into this.
All right. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna switch back and forth from the first camera and stuff group by group because if in the future we should actually kind of separate them, we would like the footage to use. All right. So as soon as they come in, please do smash the like button so we can have a very good show. We want to bring more of these organized package so in the future. All right. So anyways, Group A, Mexico Africans. We had pretty much predicted this to happen. We expected Guatemala to come with some firepower, but we thought that Curacao would have actually came with a little bit more. All right, it was not that case, but we did predict the top two, which is Panama and Mexico.
Mhm.
So, what say you? What really took place here, and what you learned from this group?
I think if you're going to go for what we learned here, this is the theme the last 2 days. What have we learned? I think Curacao. This was their full welcome to Concacaf at this level. Moment. I don't think they played as poorly as the 21 goals conceded. But there's definitely an ability. There's a level of, and we always say this when it comes to CONCACAF. It's different. You can have all the ability, but playing here, it's a more physical, demanding league. There are things here. Even playing in Guatemala, you have to deal with playing every other day, but then also playing at the altitude, which means you have to adapt to that. Bringing squads, rotation, all those things. So I think Curacao, we definitely saw and thought maybe they can do something. This clearly wasn't the year for them to do it, but still like what they're doing. Guatemala being the host, you always expect the host to just get out of their group some way. You don't ever want to see a host not make it out. So Guatemala being able to do that, good for them to be able to do so. Panama, not a surprise. And Mexico, I mean, you wanted me to say the U.S. was the best team. I'm saying still Mexico at this level. It's more even, but I give the edge probably a little bit to Mexico right now. So nothing they've done has surprised me at this point.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So I would actually second you there. Our only problems in this group showcase that we really learned something because we said Curacao could turn up, but in the end we have to figure out how they do react to the physicality from this region because obviously we know that they're going to try and go with the passing first, you know, with the personnels that they've added, and if that could work, it clearly didn't. So we were spot on, and we talked about Panama being the quality team that always come with the physicality match with the technical side and definitely talent overall. It worked. All right. So it showcased that we were predicting right. All right. So we maybe get a hiccup, got a hiccup in that one. So let's move on then. Group B. And I would agree that Mexico is up there as the best team. I would not really jump to say after seeing United States rotated and everything, but we will have that conversation after. Let me know, guys, who are your top 5 best performers so far. All right. So, anyways, let me move on to Group B. Africans. Group B: United States, Canada, Trinidad, and Tobago, Barbados. Yes. What say you on this one? Because we got it. I got it spot on. I don't know about you.
Well, I got it right as well. I was intrigued with Trinidad as well as Barbados. I don't think they were as bad or in terms of what they showed. I thought Canada and the US would take it. I wasn't as I wasn't as convinced with Canada in the group stage, to be honest. They played well. They got the results. I didn't like how they approached the U.S. game specifically, just the bunker down defensively, essentially. That's a thing I don't like with Canada. It's like, oh, well, we're better than everyone, but when we see that team, we're going to play defensive. I don't like that notion. Now, again, that's just me as a fan talking. There's reasons why you do that. They were able to rotate a few more players in, which was good, giving them rest, and we saw some good results later against Haiti. But yeah, I don't think I think the gap between Barbados and Trinidad is actually a lot closer than both. You realize the only difference is that they got Trinidad had more offensive talent on the pitch, and they were able to get the result to move through. I liked Malcolm, Barbados' keeper. I think he's a name to watch. If he's not trying to get into somewhere in Europe or trying to move somewhere in the Caribbean to further his career, someone in the southern U.S. needs to call and get him into an academy and get him going, because I think that guy, from someone who used to be a keeper until he stopped growing at 5'5", it's great to see. I liked what I saw from Malcolm, specifically from Barbados. So shouting him out, his angles, I liked how he kept. So I think he's definitely a player just kind of watching that under the radar. Some people may not be talking about, but because seeing him twice, and again, I was watching this group a lot. I liked what I saw from him, but I don't think they have the offensive talent that they selected at this point. So Trinidad was able to move through and had a good showing in round 16, but we'll go there. But everything went chalk here, so no real surprise.
All right, all right. So let me go through the comment section just to bless up a few people. We have South Cry, bless up, bless up. Thanks for being here, guys. Remember, as you come in, make sure to smash the like button. Leave your questions. We will attack your questions throughout the time. So just leave it there. All right. South Cry, Sose CL, thanks very much for being here. Massive respect. Joseph Brown, big up yourself, man. Thanks very much. One kick. Bless up yourself. Thanks for being here. Sheridan, bless up yourself, my brother. Thanks for the continuous support. And then we have Southcry said it would be hard for Trinidad to finish higher than they did, but they tried. Yes, yes. But that simply means the other teams were quality, so we can't take away the qualities from the other teams to say that, they tried. Of course, they tried. Everyone will try. But it's, it's if you can actually topple the Canadians and also the Americans, which are very much good in the region. All right, and we have Humble One just checking. Massive respect, Humble One. Thanks for being here. Boss Thomas says, I think Puerto Rico will test Canada. All right, we will get to that. We're just running over the first round. All right, so we have passed just United States group. Let me go back there just to make sure we don't miss anything. So we are moving. Let me leave this one for last. Let me skip that one and go to the next group.
Okay.
You understand me? Because one group will cause so much anxiety. So let me hide that group for now and go to Group D. All right. So Group D had Honduras, El Salvador, Haiti, Suriname. All right. I got this one a little bit. I had Haiti, Honduras in the top three. El Salvador was questioning if Suriname would have toppled them, but I thought we got this. We got this right. We got this right because we were hoping for Suriname to do good, but we got this right. So we got this right. Yes, yes. So what say you? Because Suriname never did as what we expected. We are hoping. So what really took place?
No, agreed. Suriname and Curacao, same thing we said about them. It's your welcome to this layer. You're getting more used to the physicality. You're bringing the players in, but you got to now, adjust a little bit to how we play here. Haiti was the wild card to me. You had them finishing top of the group. I had them finishing second, maybe, and then El Salvador finishing third. That 3-1 loss they had when Haiti was up and then lost eventually 3-1 to El Salvador. That was their one shot. Haiti wasn't a bad squad. Even in the Canada game that they played, they had their chances. They just were, they missed the frame everywhere. So Honduras at this level is something that you have to give your respect to. Over the last few, if you look at Olympics, U20s, they're always in the conversation. So their development level, good. What happens from that point to senior, maybe that's where they need to focus on to start to help some of those players transition better, or maybe that's on the players to transition, reach that level. But at a youth level, In CONCACAF, it's USA, Mexico, Honduras. Those are the big three. So seeing them top this group, no surprise whatsoever. El Salvador, I've seen good things again. What Hugo Perez is doing with the whole program, good to see. So having them finish second is great, and then we'll talk about them in around 16. Haiti again, getting talent, but they just if they could have a little bit more time. So I think for me, they on paper I felt like the better team, but weren't able to accomplish it. But doesn't take away from them on the pitch. They had flashes. So it's going to come down to what they're able to do with this group. You're going to see some of these guys another year when you do U20s. So there's no doubt that you'll see some of them. But Haiti, I think, is definitely a team not to forget about. I know we always talk about them, but Honduras will be there. El Salvador will be there. So it's just a matter of continuing to grow, finding new players, and your camp starts, right? For the teams who didn't make it through, it was ideal if they could continue to have camps, go places, find players, integrate. If they work, great. If they don't, move off, and just continue that process. So that ultimately, when you reach the tournament time, you aren't saying, "I think this is the best side you have." No, this is the best side overall. So I think that's probably your best bet moving forward with that.
Okay, yes, I would agree. I would agree. Honduras keeps surprising us, but Honduras they have been doing well for so long. So it was not really a surprise to really see them top in the group and looking like one of the best teams in the region, because they are one of the best teams in the region. It's just sometimes what's happening now, they kind of get a hit because you have Jamaica, you have Suriname, you have those teams just going for already manufactured talents. You understand me? So it kind of put them above the Honduras. But if it minus the talents coming in from overseas, definitely Honduras can compete with every team in this region. So I just believe that they got bitten by that level of quality just injected in teams. But definitely at youth levels where it's coming on now, people going for talents worldwide, but they're still relevant, and they have shown themselves to be relevant on this one. So kudos to them. 80 thought that 80 really tried. Suriname tried to a certain extent because they have set the foundation of playing football. So at least you know that it's just to make sure they got acclimatized to the region, and then they're going to keep on adding more players over time. And I think they're going to get better for with more time, you know. So I have no problem with the Surinamese team. Yes, El Salvador. No, El Salvador is an ex-fighter team, and when I saw them play the second time, I'm saying, yeah, they would come second in the end, you know. Yes. So kudos to them. This group was a very much competitive one now. So let me move on to the group C, the most talked about one. Then we come straight. Let me take the comments then first before we move on to the group C. We have Warren Webster says, let me make sure. Warren Webster said, big up JD and Africans all in the chat. All right, Canada. All right. All of a sudden people turn Canadian. Wow. All right. Dr. Dan, thanks for being here. Massive respect. Africans, which is a better team, ADRL? Which one you would give the better team? Because that game was a tight game. Thought that 80 had their opportunities. El Salvador created their opportunities.
I
Faster
don't
team,
know. I
80.
think on
Stronger
paper it's
team.
Haiti. On paper it's Haiti. I think. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. So on paper is 80. I think it's a lot of other things you have to put in it before you jump to say 80
Yeah.
over
I think
El
on
Salvador.
paper
But they
it's
are both.
Haiti. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so let me go back to the setup here because African's camera giving a little slight problem. It started out beautiful, but right now it's fading a little bit. But I think it will come in. All right, so anyways, now this was the most, at least on our side, one of the most talked about groups. So Costa Rica finished first, Jamaica second, Cuba third, and Guadeloupe fourth. We got this Carica as well, right? We got this Carica as well.
We did, yeah.
Okay, okay. So what you made of this one now? What was the surprises in this group for you?
I think with this group, it really you had every possibility. This is the group I call there's chaos scenarios where if Guadeloupe is able to win or to draw, and then if They win a game by an amount, and that's the thing we were watching, right? When Cuba went up 3-0 on Guadeloupe, I said if they keep it here, and if Costa Rica now is able to beat Jamaica by 3, then chaos begins. Because then Jamaica can go from potentially third, second to fourth. Guadeloupe moves up. So it was there. But I mean, every team in this group had a moment to shine, right? Costa Rica definitely looked the best, most consistent. Jamaica, I mean, you've talked about this here. 70 minutes, cards aplenty. What is a foul? Why take a foul? Squad rotation. All of these things were here. So no surprise. Cuba to me is a side that I'm intrigued with just because of what happened to Canada against them in the U20s. And I so that to me that means they're doing something. And to have them move on was definitely good to see. And Guadeloupe, man, at the end, I wish they could have pushed more, but they definitely had their moments, but weren't able to really come through. But this group was interesting because no one really, and whether it's fair or not, just looking at the results, this was probably the weaker of the four groups that came in, especially considering that all the teams are eliminated at this point. This is fact. So I think we can look at in terms of the teams. Costa Rica has some questions to answer. They ran into probably the best qualifying team out of the pre-qualifiers. Jamaica had moments but couldn't sustain. Cuba was overmatched at the end, and Guadeloupe had one game where they were able to pull it out. So I think it was a little bit tough to evaluate them overall. Again, we're evaluating these four countries based off of a tournament. We know there's more players available. We know there's more development to come. But just based within this tournament, this group definitely, I think, left a little bit to be desired in terms of overall results, seeing how no one's going to even have a shot to make the World Cup from this group.
All right, and that's the next thing that we should talk about. Yes, for me, Costa Rica started out well. They were using rotations and everything, and I clearly thought that they were the slight better team. Yes, due to the fact that Jamaica, they have good players, but I don't think they were a good team. You understand me? Whether or not they got enough, because we have the more in-depth information, whether or not they had enough time to fit all of them coming from overseas and what they had locally. I don't think they are as good as a team as what most people would thought first thought. So when they touch the field, they don't look really in sync. We talked about the issues of saying that persons are they are feeding out 15 minutes in matches. So preparation, everything went wrong for the Jamaican team, but they still turned out to come second. I truly believe that second was merely down to the quality of the group. I thought that if they are in other groups, they more would have gotten exposed even more, to be honest, because I realized what happened when we touched the next group stage. But everything went against Jamaica there, and it's a learning lesson. I think this tournament was a learning lesson for them to say that what you need to do now you can import overseas players. You got that checked off. You give the locals them experience. They got that checked off. You understand me? And now you realize maybe the limitations of the coaches and the overall federation at the time. You got that checked off. So it was a moment to learn more things. But once I saw them play the first and second matches, I reserve my judgment to say that I don't. If this team is going to go further, based on what I saw from the other teams, it has to be some serious amount of luck. It's not going to be because they are equally on par with none of the other teams like the Mexico, the United States, the Honduras. I don't think they are as good as those teams as yet, but they could be. That's what I saw. I saw potential there, so they could be, but they weren't there. So
Yeah.
I would say this was just like a experience level for Jamaica, and they should come back. Add on this. Don't subtract, but add on this to do better next time. So I don't want to hear that you're restarting yet again. All right? Yes. All right, so this is the Jamaican side now. Before we move on to the rest of the
Mm.
other groups, which we are gonna go to right after this, let we just go through the chat first because it's Jamaica. People will have things to say. So let we hear what people saying. All right. We read that before. This group was the most competitive.
I
Uh,
don't think it was the most competitive.
yeah, I
I
don't think
think
so. I don't
I
think,
had the most wild results,
yes.
and that doesn't
Yeah.
say that it was all competitive. I think it's more to so with the fact that I think these four teams were all closer in terms of what their quality was. I don't. Does that make them the most competitive? I don't think so. But I do think that these four teams, were a lot closer on their level. Because I mean, I looked at Guadeloupe as like and no offense to anyone from Guadeloupe, the way that they played, they were like a discount Jamaica, right? So discount Jamaica was able to their style of play at least was able to beat the regular Jamaica because of where they were, right? And then Costa Rica didn't look that much better than Jamaica, though you can say maybe they
Because they're
rotated and
doing
they looked
rotation and a lot more things because they're preparing for bigger teams. So it was a lot of things played into
yeah.
things here. So I understand what you're saying. Pimp the 478, thanks for being here. JD was my first of watching first time watching these U17 matches. But to tell you the truth, these sides open my eyes. Okay, well it's good that you're learning, and I hope others will take that in the future. Like literally, the people that control Jamaica's football will actually go and watch the matches, just like you. I think they would learn a lot. All right. Would you say that Group C was the group of death? I still will stand up to say that. You know what? The result tells it. The result would say that Group C. Well, let it stay there. All right. The surprise is the amount of goals Jamaica conceded in the last 15 minutes. All right, look, we will discuss that right after. Kevin, big up yourself, because remember we have Jamaica to talk about again. True, well said. All right, JD, you think Trinidad is better than Jamaica in the U17? Definitely build up play. They are better than Jamaica, and that lead them to have more it looks like they're in games more than Jamaica. Jamaica can easily look like they're gonna be out of games because if the long pass can't work, they don't have any secondary option, and that is my biggest problem. And that comes with time. That comes with time, proper coaching, and just chemistry. It comes with time. You get me? We got 2 red cards, then go on to lose our draw. Otherwise, the results were going to be different. You don't know that because in all of these games that you got the red card, the other team was actually having the up moment, and that's why I said in the game when Trinidad got the red card on the line. People said, "Oh, it would have been different. Canada might would have lost the game. Lost the game." No, Canada created the moments and then created the red card. So what are we talking about? The other guys them created the moment just the same. I still believe that I've watched the Guadeloupe game over again, and the Guadeloupe game they were splitting Jamaica's line over and over. Guadeloupe could have scored 2 or 3 in the first half alone. So why are we not talking about what they could have? If we are going to talk about the could have, why not just go into what actually happened in the game and apply could have to it? And they could have scored 3-4 goals in your same context. That is Jay Anyweather. So I just think you're just looking for something to overhype a situation. I truly believe that Guadeloupe could have scored regardless of Jamaica. Regardless of Jamaica having a 10 or 11 because they created opportunities over and over, regardless of Jamaica having a 10 or 11. Jay Anyweather. To be honest here, that is my honest opinion. To be honest, all right, yes,
But JD, if you take away the cards, right, and I think this is a good way to evaluate.
yes,
If you take
yes.
away the egregious things, is
Mm-hmm.
everything else still staying consistent? If it's just the card and then they still play well and they lose, that's different. But if we're going to look at Jamaica specifically, you took away the red cards, there were still yellow card offenses. There were still red card worthy offenses. Those things were there. So to say these cards matter, it's like no, you were
And
punished for one
Africans,
thing,
and
but
Africans,
nothing you did changes
They
everything
weren't
else.
controlling no game. They weren't controlling no game in at
I,
no time. They weren't controlling no game. So you can't say, oh, the red card led us to lose these games because you weren't
but
controlling
that's
no
what I'm
game
saying,
at no
JD.
time.
JD, but that's what I'm saying. If you take away the Reds, the flow of the game, how they were playing, like if you say we got 2 red cards, okay, take away the cards. the tackles that after they got the cards, how many tackles did we see that we said that should have been a yellow or maybe a red?
A
Those are
few more,
studs,
a few more, a few more. So I agree.
right? So
And
if that's staying consistent,
what I would
then
add to that conversation, Africans, is just to simply say that take the positive. Jamaica, they went out being
mhm,
competitive, not passing the ball
mhm,
good, not really having a fully identified system, just typical what we actually use to the
mhm,
kick and run. But it looks like we found a few quality players that we can build from. So that is the positive from it. But when Jay Weather just want to make it look over the top, like Jamaica was actually dominating none of those games, and that is what we need to move on from. If we want to build to have
mhm.
something in the future, we have to stand up and be accountable. Literally, tell people exactly as how it is, and how it is. Our style of our style of play cannot dominate nobody. You understand me? It doesn't matter if it's the worst team we're playing. If you cannot possess the ball, it's very hard for you to dominate any team. All right, any team at all. All right. Yes. So that's what I would say. Let me move on, Africans, because remember we know
Yeah,
that we have a time limit. Guys, make sure if you're coming in, smash the like button, share and subscribe. We have 50 people here. Thanks very much. We are going to be coming with the 80 continental playoffs coming because Concacaf doing well in that, and that's ladies football. So hopefully you guys rejoin us when we finish this one. Maybe we just run this for an hour and then do the next one as far as it goes. All right. Yes.
yeah.
So, anyways, no, this is the next set of games, them guys. Next set of games, um, after the group stage. So the round of
Mhm.
16, we are going to look at now. So the number one, Damrep versus United States. United States battered Damrep 7 goals to nil. So what you made of that a result?
Well, I mean, it wasn't they'll give them one for every of their letters for Dominican Republic, so that was wrong there. But no, I think when it comes to the US, they were a little bit, to be perfectly honest, they were a little bit wasteful with their chances. They could have put up more, but they got this done and it was comfortable for them and they went on. So the US beat a team that pre-qualified. They weren't the best pre-qualified team, but I think they were able to get through and do well. So nothing really surprising here. Okay, there it is. So nothing really a surprise that is there, but I think they were able to perform well for what they did, and the U.S. moving on isn't much of a surprise.
All right. For me, I looked at it a little bit different. Damrep, I thought that they're a quality team. They passed through the thirds. They were up. They're up in like they're up for the game. Obviously, the qualities of United States really shone in this game due to two things: them having the experience of tournament. All right, and them having the quality. The experience of tournament comes with the rotation policies. They are not trying to make the best 11, they are rotating their team. So when the true time comes for them to deliver, they will be well set and sharp. And that's exactly what they did. And that comes with experience and knowing your team. So clearly they know their qualities of their players. And they know what's necessary to go through tournament. And that's what I thought really peaked them at the right time to steamroll Damrep. All right, and that's what we are talking about. When you apply education to actual quality, you get consistency, to be honest. All right, consistency of exactly what you expect, and that's what we got from United States right there. Let me take a
Yeah.
few comments right here, guys, before we move on. Marcelo said every team build up play better than Jamaica because the coach obviously don't teach them how to pass the ball around. That might be a situation for real. Does anyone think Jamaica will get a coach that will place more emphasis on possession and passing game, or we are doomed to play long ball forever? I think for the foreseeable future, you might just get long ball for a while. You know why? Every coach that I came around Jamaica from before even 1998, from 1996. What I heard them said, "Oh, we should try to get the best out of what we are good at." So they always look at Jamaica as big, fast, and strong. So it always lead back to, oh, let me play physical play. Physical play is what? Speed. All right. Strength. So kick the ball long and hold it up. The two things that applies. All right. Street speed and strength. Run to the wings, pick it. So that's what they always do. It will have to take someone from a different culture that said, listen to me, man. We are going to be playing. this type of football because this is what's helping people. And we're not going to change. And we're going to change the entire country by playing possession-based football. We have to learn football, all right? Not just those physical sides to anything. That's what we're going to do, and that's what will stand out. I think it's going to take one of those moments. We don't have it as yet because Al Grimsey don't seems like he plays that, to be honest. Yes, so we don't have it as yet. So I don't expect it to come. It was 4-2 on yellow card. So I don't know why people saying it was red, etc. The game was kind of even. No, we watched the game. We watched the game, but we have to answer everyone's comment. And I expect I have no problem with the comment, and I had to answer. JD, could you tell us which team got most cards so far in the under 17s? We will get to that. We will get to that. All right. Taking time out from YouTube stream and then coming back, it seems like the chat are in a standstill because it's the same old excuses shape my head. But we are on a different video. We are on a whole entire region video, so it's different, you know. Yes. All right, so bless up country goals, and Dr. Dan said, to be honest, JD, that's how the JPL and SBA plays. So it won't be deep. That's why I said it will take someone that gets the same amount of ruling like what Al Grimsey got and make sure he instill it straight across the country. This is the football they need to play and apply. Yeah, that's what they needs to do. They need to do before you're gonna see possession-based football. But until that, you're gonna see a lot of bully ball because that's what I've seen from Jamaica for the last 25 years. Bully ball, you know. I don't know when it's going to change to a different one. So people stop putting up your expectations to this super high level. We have emphasized that we are big, fast, and strong, so it's not going to stop. Anyways, though, Nicaragua versus Mexico. What say you, big boss?
Again, the thing at least that we can say now, which you don't see it as much on the women's side, we see it on the men's side. The qualifiers, those fourth place teams that go straight into the round 16, there is quality there, right? This isn't like the women's side where you see that team get there, and unless you're Honduras, you're gonna get like 13 or 17 because Alyssa Thompson woke up on the right side of the bed this morning and she decided to score 12 on you. So I think, and she scored against France today in a friendly, by the way. Fun
Okay,
times.
nice.
But you see the quality there, but then there are still levels to it, right? The top teams are always going to be the better teams, and they're able to get through here with relative ease after, a little bit of breaking them down. So I think it helps that you're starting to see these results there. So wherever they are, that you're going to get a dangerous team regardless. But that just means teams have to get going from the get-go because one slip up we saw, even though we'll talk about Costa Rica and Puerto Rico later, that was a lot more even than just a team surprising. But there's quality there. But Mexico got the job done, so no surprise there in terms of that result. So well on them, good for them.
All right, so Haiti versus Canada. What you made of that one? Let me move over. Let me go a little bit faster because we ain't gonna finish if we don't go faster. So, what say you on the Haiti versus Canada now? I'm very sorry, Canadians, that I predicted that Haiti would have slapped you up. All right, it never worked out that way. To be honest, let me give some more statistics towards the conversation. In terms of these final rounds, so we give more respect. So as you can see, 80 still turned out to be more physical. Got to have more shots, but it just was not up there. As you can see here, 22 shots to hit, 3 out of that 22 on target compared with 4. They are much more organized, much more meaningful shots coming from Canada. And that's what I've learned from Canada from day one, that they try to build up properly and get the shot off. They are not going to take low percentage shots. So it's like they're an analytic team, to be honest, all right? And it is an analog team, no disrespect. You understand me? Because they just out there firing shots,
Mm-hmm.
they were Canada was a better team. So I'm an 80 fan, but Canada was a better team on the night and deserved to go through over 80. What say you Africans?
No, I think Haiti had a better showing than their 3-0 defeat. a lot of those shots were well built. I mean, they passed well. They had their opportunities. Just the goal was here and the shots were here. So you think you clean that up, and then it's not, and it's no disrespect to them. Haiti played well, but they just had nothing on frame. Like they're a South African national team, just everything was missing. So I think in that sense, they have a lot to hang their hats off, and they can build up. As for Canada, yeah, they've been really efficient, which to me in this tournament for me has been a little bit frustrating because it feels like they have another gear they can reach, but they don't go to it, right? And it's a bit of the pace that they play at. They're very methodical. Now, maybe this is just we're playing in Guatemala. Olivieri saying I have a team. Let's manage how often we take these long shots. Let's build up, find the next best pass. We'll have the next great opportunity. But they've been methodical. Now, maybe against Puerto Rico, they decide we're turning this up and we're going to reach this level that I think that they have. But Canada has been methodical throughout this entire tournament, and they've gotten the results. Sometimes it feels like they're grinding out results, but they've gotten the results and they get them comfortably. So no surprise that they were able to get past Haiti. I expected Haiti to give a bit more in terms of resistance. I was waiting for that goal to come. They deserved at least one, to be honest, but then we weren't able to do so. But Canada got it done. Haiti was a good quality opponent. We'll definitely see them again. A lot of those players I like. Joseph, who's out in France, I like that player. Could be watching him as he continues on his development. But yeah, Haiti played well, but just weren't able to just go and get it done.
All right, so we have Jamaica versus Guatemala at this point. Let me go through the comments before. Guys, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you like this content and you want to push us forward. All right, because this is what we want to target going forward. Proper more organized videos and not the chaos. You know, the chaos. Yes, the chaos. Yes, we can't do that anymore. You know, we want to try and uplift ourselves and our well-being and stuff, you know, and do what we do best, which is watch football. You get me? Yes. So make sure you smash the like button as soon as come in. Get us to 50 likes, and if we can get up to 100 in that time, no problem, because it's our team and our region. So let me keep on doing that. Warren says we need coaching. Jamaican players love too much shortcut. You can't cheat football. All right. Best as documentary. Thanks very much for being here. Professional Pro Club said, tell you all Central American youth teams will outclass Jamaica. All right. Yes, you told us, and we never said anything. We're just hoping that what the coach said, it would have been something of true, because he said he's going to qualify. So we were just hoping that we get the qualification. You understand me? It was not anything else. All right. Big up Warrior 777. Thanks for being here. Perhaps the United States C team, Puerto Rico, will take out Canada. All right. My God, we will
Hi,
go to that next.
Claudine. I've missed you. I've missed you so much.
80 always weak in defense, too much concentration on off offense. That is what um Warrior 777 saying. And then Kevin Williams second that take of Claudine. We will get to that part. Let me take our damn time with the video. All right, and stop fighting against the Canadians. We love the other teams in the region. All right. So, anyways, Jamaica fell to the Guatemala U17 team. As you can see, they scored in the 32nd minute and in the 77th minute. Jamaica had a free kick in the 54th minute. And to be honest, aside from that, I don't think Jamaica did much in the rest of the game. I am very sorry, but I was not impressed with his performance at all. We got dominated both halves of the field. I thought that they were holding off for the first half, but I never really saw. They made some improvements in the second half, you know, but I never really saw them taking over the game at any point. They never had that spell that they had in previous games, where in which they had a 5-minute period that they could have scored a goal or something from it. No, I never saw that time. It never really turn up, to be honest. You get me? Guatemala really marshaled Jamaica and really teach them about the South American football style, you know, the high pressing, physical, passing, technical footballing style. You know, they really taught us a reality check. You know, they were the better team, and it should have never been close. This game should have been 3-0 half time, and I'm talking about 3-0 that nobody can debate. No, it does not matter which analyst you are, you could not debate that Jamaica should be 100% 3-0 down at halftime. You get me? But Jamaica stuck in, save a penalty, which I like. That guy, John, that keeper, I like him. He's a quality keeper. Really turned up the scheme. So I have seen enough players that had talent for Jamaica, but I don't think they had the same level. They weren't just not on the same park as this Guatemala team. The Guatemala team was better. Nothing to do with fouls and free calls and nothing. They were just better than Jamaica. They just beat the hell out of Jamaica straight down in the first half, and in the second half, Jamaica was more competitive, and they still got on top of Jamaica as well. So the South American teams are just very, very difficult to deal with. And remember, guys, it's not just Jamaica alone. This team played well. This team played Mexico after 90 minutes with 10 players, and they caused Mexico every single problem on planet Earth. If not, could have scored a few goals well in the game. So this team is just a hard team to play. You get me? So when they are on the same level or a little bit above you, you have zero chance of beating them, to be honest. And I thought that they're above Jamaica. And they never gave Jamaica the chance at any time, that any time to beat them. To be honest, it was out of nothing. Just I'm begging them to drive to the box, try something, and they drove to the box, got the free kick, and got the free kick out. But that's all happened in the entire game. I have to be honest. This team deserved to win it. Straightforward. Remember, this is the honest, unbiased show, and we have to give it as how we see it. If you saw it different, you take me on, no problem. Go ahead, Africans. What say on this Jamaica and Guatemala game?
No, I think you said a lot of things which I won't disagree with. I think when it came to this game, like, then factor in the fact that you're also playing Guatemala in Guatemala. I mean, that was my whole take with how they played. But I think when you're playing games like this, when you have a home team or a side that's really going, you have to take control of the game somewhere, right? And whether this is just, the 25-year rule that you must only play long balls, midfield for who, for what? Like, at some point, having control of the game and dictating the pace, teams who do this in U17, and you see that with your Mexicos, you see that with your USs, to a lesser degree, you see that with Canada, but you see that more with Honduras as well. Those teams will dictate, no, we're going to play this way. You want to play up and down? We can. Or we're going to play where you're just sitting here, we're going to defend. And I think if you can start to develop that aspect, that gives you a better shot. That gives you a better opportunity to do something, especially in games where you're playing a team where you don't have anything. Take the air out of the game a little bit. Compose yourself. Start that build up. If you're just going to bypass that, you're asking to counter while you're defending all the time. Where are your legs when you've been essentially running a triangle drill for the last 4 minutes? And then you want to now counter when you finally get the ball? No, you're just going to send the ball down, take 2 steps, and say, let's recover and come back. So definitely a learning, lessons have to be taken from this. But we'll talk about it as overall in terms of wrapping up, like what teams can learn and move from this. But I want to get to this matchup because
all right, so let me just go to the chat first. All right, Ray Davis, thanks for the subscription. Sian says, big up yourself, Sian. Thanks for being here. Canada is playing some of the best football in the competition and could win it all. Okay, all right, nice. First compliment for Canada since the shows started. Canada is the most hated team on both of these channels, To what I see, we can only beat Caribbean teams, but teams that play good football, we can't beat. That is coming from Sian. And you have a strong take there, because we really beat those teams that play good football, to be honest, at all levels. JD, Jamaica play one of the worst football ever in the first half against Guatemala. And I want to say it's a credit to what Guatemala did as a team with pressing. All right, the goalkeeper, Damrep, for the goalkeeper for Damrep is outstanding. All right, but I think the goalkeeper of Jamaica was outstanding. Oh, JD, they are Central Americans, not South Americans. Obviously, RNR, you know that it was a mistake. All right, yes, no problem, because we don't have South American teams in our region. All right. Yes. So
Mhm.
sorry, Mr. R&R. All right. Make sure you could have commented on something else that took place in the conversation here. All right. All right. Guatemala at home was going to be a handful. They were also a better ball playing team than Jamaica. Yes. Yes. I would agree right there. So, anyways, now this is the next part of the game. Costa Rica went up against United States B and C team. Puerto Rico. All right, and Puerto Rico, as you can see there, held on to get a draw, which the goal for Costa Rica was ridiculous. All right, but they still held out to get the draw. As you can see here by the stats, 51 shots, 14 on target, 54%, 455 passes at an accuracy of 69% compared to 54. But I can tell you,
Mm.
Puerto Rico, Costa Rica was a better team in my estimation, but I still don't think Puerto Rico never deserved to win the game. They put themselves in position, they passed the ball good, and they had good intent. Costa Rica was slightly the better team on the night, but Puerto Rico stood out and be counted. And remember, a good amount of this game, as you can see, a red card came in this game. It was before. What minute was the red card? Red card
It
came.
was an addition. I thought it was additional, but they gave it to them in extra time there, and yeah, so they played a little bit.
So was it not before the extra time started? And they had to
I
play
thought
two
it was
halves.
before.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
before, man. Close to the end of the 90, and they got the red card.
yeah,
And they had to
hmm
play two halves of extra time with it. You get
yeah.
me?
Which is why,
And that's so I thought they had to play a while with 10 men and still came out big winners in the end. All right, in the same game, Costa Rica missed a penalty in regular time, so they got every opportunity to win it. But obviously, when you saw something like that happen, you expect Costa Rica, the next team should come out on the losing end due to the fact that that's a momentum killer. And it really went on. So, Africans, what say you? Then I can come back to the comment section. What say you and what really took place? Um, and before Africans started, we had told you that the best teams naturally the best teams for upset was the Puerto Rican team and the Damerep team. We had said that at the start of our conversation, and the reason why they have all of these players coming from high level football. So it goes to prove again the best players on the team, um, you have a shot to win. Simple. So for people that wanted to misconstrue everything, it shows you yet again teams that keep on doing good is teams that have the best players. Them. All right, continue, Africans.
Okay, so truthfully, this is gonna sound like me saying, "Oh, I was on them before." No, I honestly thought Puerto Rico. I know in our predictions, I said Puerto Rico will probably keep it close, but then lose like 5-2 at the end. But it'll be like 2-1 or like something like that. I honestly thought if there was one fourth place team, because I watched the qualifier round, right? I watched the whole thing, and Puerto Rico looked the best. They were the Honduras of the Girl 17 who showed up and then gave Canada a run in the first half and then ultimately ran out of steam in the second half and lost like 4-1 to that Rosa Maluf team. But this Puerto Rico team, the numbers look more skewed because you have the red card. This game was a lot more evenly played than the stats show. This Puerto Rico side was a good side, still a good side. Still technically missing the guy who scored most of their goals in that section before. And I'm not surprised. And in the back of my mind, I didn't want to say it, but I thought whoever wins that group, so that Costa Rica Jamaica group, in the back of my head, I was like, Puerto Rico is going to take them. I
Mm-hmm.
honestly thought Puerto Rico would take them and win. So I'm not surprised by the result whatsoever. So to see them beat Costa Rica, I mean, I know the questions are now going to be, what's Costa Rica going to do? They'll be fine. They have youth. Juice and Bennett is doing things. Brandon Aguilera is doing. We'll be fine. But again, in this tournament itself, all those teams, like we said, that Group C or whatever it is actually listed as, they were a lot closer individually than they were other groups. So that because of that, one team, I felt if there was a fourth place team that could come and take them, it would be Puerto Rico, and they are able to do it in penalties. So congrats to them. They have Canada here. Canada, this is a receipt. Don't return this. This is an opportunity. Don't mess this up, please. But I think if they have a good opportunity, but this Puerto Rico team is a side that is full of quality. We are seeing it on the girls' side where they finished fourth in the last two tournaments. So they're getting the recruitment down. They're getting players and they're doing things. Thanks to this win, they're probably going to be in what group? Well, we'll talk about the pots and the new qualifications later. But they really did not surprise me at all with the result. They were composed. They played like they were on the level, and it showed. And now they have an opportunity to do something that I don't think a lot of people thought they could do. They win this game against Canada. Winner of that game is going to the World Cup for U17s. So you can make your legacy as a team, as a youth, that can make or break you in Puerto Rico. And in Canada, we want to go back too. So I'm going to be intrigued to see that matchup. But the result, Costa Rica played well, but it wasn't as lopsided as even the stats show. It was a lot closer game watching it from whistle to whistle. So congrats to Puerto Rico. Costa Rica, you're fine. Just, I don't know, find players that your coach trusts to play all the time. So we will definitely see what happens with that matchup on Wednesday.
All right, so Devil Dog says, top of the day, JD. The US backline is not the best defenders, but they possesses the ball and give opponents less opportunities. Yes, I would definitely agree with you there. They do give people less opportunities, and that's the best way of football. Professional Pro Club said it's the federation that wants Jamaica to keep the reputation and low competitive standard. They have they are the one that does the rubbish to keep it consistent, hiring garbage coach, nepotized and selection. Okay, so he's very upset. Jamaica keepers is always going to look good because of how much shots. That is a very true statement. The reason why, obviously, they are good, but the reason why Jamaica keepers have always stood out is because we have given up. That is actually a true statement. Every tournament we go in for Africans, we could say our goalkeeper is the best thing because it's 600 shots.
It's JD. I don't want to say this, but it's true. Why is Jamaica trying to manufacture and try to sell wingers and strikers? They should be selling their keepers. It's the only thing that gets showcased.
In U20, in U20, remember what we talk about, Clark. In the ladies, yes, we talk about the girls, them, the two girls, them in the goal. In the men's football, we talk about the goalkeeper. In the women's football national, we talk about the goalkeeper. Why is it Jamaica always talk about the goalkeeper? And I'm going to give you something. Any tournament that Jamaica does not talk about the goalkeeper, they are going to be champions. They are actually going to be champions. Any tournament that they don't have to talk about a goalkeeper, they are going to be champions. I can bet you that. All right? Yes. I don't know when it's going to come, but they are going to be champions. Romeo Newman says, JD, Mexico will always be good technically. They are the best. They are the best in the Caribbean. Okay. No. I think they're the best in the region. Okay, the best in the region. Mistake there. True, JD. Costa Rica misses Kichan. Yeah, man, over and over. But the next team won it because they were in the game. Maybe the games shouldn't have been 45 minutes halves. Many tournaments shorten the halves to 30 to 35 minutes. I assume to lessen fatigue, but there is no tournament at Youth 17 shorten any tournament. Youth 17s are professional players. It's because the next guys are not fully professional players. Youth 15s, it stopped. Yeah. It does not happen at youth 17 levels. 17 years old are professional footballers playing at the highest level in world football. You get me? So that would not have sounded good going into a bigger competition. It could happen at youth 15s. That's where it stops. USA B team looks all right. Yeah, man, they're a good team. All right, massive respect. All right, Ohina Bleak, Unlimited Monday, blessings to all the ultras, massive respect. All right, yeah, man, no problem. We have to highlight what's really going on out there. JD, the Reggae girls have better passing game than the boy, yes, but they don't have the best and they don't have the comparable to other teams. Even though they pass the ball better than Reggae boys, but that show the low standard that Reggae boys truly have with the passing. You get me? Because I saw them playing other team. I saw them play Costa Rica. I don't highly rate Costa Rica as a passing team, and I saw Costa Rica girls team pass Jamaica to death. Um, you understand me? So I truly believe that we are not the elite at passing, but they are getting better. I can tell you that, and I will tell you when I think that they do reach there. But they are a better passing team than the Reggae boys, 1,000%. But I still believe it kind of slide to that side. All right. So, anyways, we have more to talk about. Because we're not finishing. All right. So let me move on to, because we said we want 1 hour. Africans, we have already eaten an hour. My
Yeah,
goodness. We might have to do the 80 video tomorrow and just do 2 hours here and finish.
maybe.
Because better we just do that then. So, guys, tomorrow we will come with our
Yes.
80 video to do as a post match. All right. Or do you guys want the 80 video today or you want it tomorrow? That's the girls' football. You want it today or you want it tomorrow? Let me check the likes on this video. All right, we have 50 likes. Thanks very much. Let me just do the 2 hours here on this one, and then tomorrow we'll focus. We'll give Africans this time to go up and study everything what took place. Then we're gonna come back and talk about Reggae girls performances. Canada is in tournament, right? Africans. All of the ladies competitions are going on. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
they're
put
playing
we're gonna put
Cheetah
every
Weekend.
ladies football together, and then we
Hmm.
talk about Panama and Haiti actually doing the intercontinental. So those are going to be the headline teams, but we're going to talk
Hmm.
about straight ladies football. We're going back to our footballing bag, why people respect us so much. All right, yes, we're
Hmm.
going into the ladies football tomorrow. So, anyways, we had Bermuda, Honduras. Bermuda was a team that brought in a lot of the English players. Them from Brookhouse and places. And they got slapped up by Honduras. Obviously, the red card really helped Honduras. The red card came a little bit early in this game. Yes, the red card came in the 25th minute, and they had to play for 25 minutes without that. One goal, 2 goals came before the red card. All right, but after that, 4 goal came after. Um, they looked okay. They looked okay. As you can see, Bermuda had 51% ball possession and they had 4 shots. Clearly, you knew that once it was 10 players, it would have been bad. And the accuracy was even better than Honduras, 71% passing accuracy. I like what I saw. Um, I like what I saw when I saw this Bermuda team, and even though they never really won it because of the red card, no, I thought that Honduras was a better team, even with 11 players. But I like what I saw, and this was a true statement to show you that if you put quality players on the field with good coaching, they could do things. They're still winning departments, even though they never won the game. You understand me? Because they look like they're a good team passing the ball and trying to create. All right. Yes. So I like what I saw from them. But Honduras is one of the best teams of the tournament, as what I've said, and I expected them to come out victorious. But Bermuda looked like a very good team. I thought that if Bermuda met mid-tier teams, if you put Bermuda in the Jamaican group, I thought that Bermuda would have done much better. Like give them that 4 game to get more game time. They might would have done something in that group. You get me? Yes, but
Yeah,
they looked okay to me. I don't know what others saw.
they looked okay. Like honestly, they looked okay. But I think again, you have a team that looked okay versus a team that basically is a buzzsaw here and just goes through teams at this level. So it's hard to really define them. Again, the red card at 25 really did affect and change the flow of the game overall. But ultimately, they weren't bad. They looked okay, but you just ran into a better team, and that better team just said, "Cool, you guys can pass. That's great, but those opportunities we get, we are putting them away. So, are you going to have a shot? Nope. So we're going to put our shots on frame, and we're going to get it done." So I liked what Honduras was able to do here against this Bermuda side. Put it away early, and it was relentless early. I mean, early on in this game, the goal, it felt like it should have been 7, 8 at the end of the half. So it was only 4. So Honduras got it done. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Bermuda had a decent showing. They were okay. But at the end of the day, I mean, one team was where they were, the other team was where they weren't. So no surprise there.
All right, all right. But it only goes to show for me that if you put players together, they can deliver something. And I like what I saw for Bermuda. So if they're going to come back for the U20s, they're going to be maximum the better. Cataract, I am not going to focus on any Jamaican concentrating talking, to be honest. It's just an overall Youth 17. That's why I put it on this channel. So, and next day we can talk about Jamaica and its drama. I think today show respect to the teams that are actually good, and they are actually progressing. So we just give the other teams them some credit. This is the video for other teams, and it was based on me and Africans completing it because we did a series, so we wanted to just complete it. So next time I will talk about Jamaica and its drama, and I think it's gonna be an Wemaxit. It's not gonna be over here, to be honest, because I'm trying to separate myself and Jamaica's drama. So, anyways, El Salvador, Trinidad, Africans. El Salvador, Trinidad, 3-1, 3-2. This one ended. As you can see, Trinidad scored in 33rd minute after El Salvador took the lead. El Salvador went on to make it 2-1. Then Trinidad come back, and then El Salvador scored in extra time, which is the 106th minute. So what you made of this Trinidad team?
This Trinidad team was a lot better. The Trinidad team showed that they had a good solid keeper. They had the ability to score. You knew you weren't going to shut them out. And in this game, they responded very well to whatever El Salvador gave them. They were ready to give it back and get the result. They had some misses that I'm like, man, these could come back and bite you. But I thought they could have got it to penalties. But that goal in additional time really put it away, and that really stung for them. But what they showed here, I'm not surprised. They play Canada first, so we saw them. So there's a degree of the thought process with some of the people who follow youth that I follow and I interact with in Canada was Canada had two bad mental lapses and they gave up 2 goals. Okay. And then they play their next game against the US. And then you say, okay, but then they score that one against the US. Was that a lapse against the US? Or is this team actually have the ability to put the ball in the back of the net? Then they play Barbados and they're down and they get the goal and they're able to draw and move on. Okay, I'm sensing a theme. They're able to get something out of every game. It may not be a result that they want, but you're not going to bully them around. They're going to run back in and really take charge of this game. And I thought, though El Salvador had more of the possession, when Trinidad was countering and coming in, they really looked the better in terms and the more dangerous come in. So I like that. Also, on a very side note, it's the Soca Warriors. It's not the Soccer Warriors. So if people could stop calling them the Soccer Warriors and call them the Soca Warriors, I would really appreciate that because I'm not having this anymore. This is a rant. I am not having any of this. My Trini brethren will not stand for this. But that aside, I says on the Jamaican channel, Trinidad definitely has Rio Cardines, definitely a player to keep an eye on. I think that's a Crystal Palace player, I think
Yes, but he got the red card. Remember, he got the red card in the first game. So
against Canada. Well, I mean, it's a goal line. It's a Suarez situation, and Canada
yes,
missed the
yes.
penalty. So what are you gonna do?
Let me clear up something here. Blake, yes, I understand, but you see, the problem is, Jamaica have too much drama, and I love the fact that I saw Jamaicans in this chat after me covering everything. So you know what that have taught me? It had actually taught me that I've converted enough Jamaicans that are interested in worldwide football, or at least became interested in worldwide football, because when I just started and I'm covering certain things, it was always other countries in my chat. Jamaicans never really turn up for those games. So the fact that we're talking about this, and you have other dramas, because YouTube is full of dramas. You will always hear some drama every day, an next drama of the makeup to talk about. But the fact that people actually stay there, that want to hear about other football, I believe me, this really let me feel good that I've done something. You understand me? It really let me feel very good that other people just tired of the Jamaican foolishness and just want to actually talk football. I love that. So respect to all of you guys that turn up. Big up yourself. Owen and Jay Seguna. Thanks very much for passing through. Yeah, man, I respect and love it, guys. You get me? And I just want to move away from Jamaican chaotic thing, because what we have realized is most of these people even reporting on Jamaica thing, they don't like the football. They don't like football either. They just saw a way out to get in to make money. They don't really want to um talk football. So that's why they don't follow every football, because how can you learn if you claim to say you want to improve something for Jamaica? How can you learn if you don't watch no other team? Oh, that even makes sense. Just look into yourself, people. If you're watching and hear people say this foolishness that you don't watch other team, oh, that make even sense. You understand me? So I think this is the time for we to pay attention to Trinidad. Trinidad did play Jamaica, and we saw their progression along the way. These are the opportunity to pay attention to teams that's actually doing something. We had said earlier on, look at the next bogus claim that I heard on the Jamaican Street Africans. All 15-year-olds are the same. So, how in the world we could have made our prediction? Who is going to come first, second, and third in all of the groups them and merely get a slight hiccup Africans? So, oh, if we could have known all 15-year-olds are the same, because I don't know if they are living in some back at ages time. The things them that really touch the street in Jamaica is almost disastrous. Like in the football, I'm talking, guys. I don't know nothing else. But the things that I've heard when these Jamaicans really talk, it's almost borderline delusional. If all 15-year-olds are the same Africans, why could we be here and saying that United States will win the tournament, Mexico will come second, Honduras look good, and all of those teams turning up every single week and winning the games? Could you you're outside, you are in the Canada and you're in the Concacaf region a longer time than me. Could you explain that? Does that make real sense? Like, because I know it don't make no sense, but could you explain to the fans if it makes whatever sense?
The problem. So here's the thing, JD. There's a problem with it, because I've heard this, and some Canadian. I'll have this conversation with Canadians too. They'll say, "Yeah, at like the youth level, we're par, but there's a point that happens." And my response to that is yes. One, like Gunnar just says, development isn't linear. Some people at 15. That's the best you're going to see them. Right? That's the best you're going to see it. You can cut back and you can shoot. That's all you can do. And people think, man, when he develops, no, that's the development. He's done. He's doing nothing else.
Whilst
other people do it. Now, the issue I have with saying that at a level, they may be all the same. Sure. When you get to that level, you can all kick. You can all run. You can lift your head. You can kind of have a header do that.
Africans,
no, I'm not done. I'm not done yet, JD. The problem is this: what resources and what level of, shall we say, coaching is available to you? When people say, yeah, we were at the same level as other teams, yeah. And if I took another U15 team from another part of the country and I sent them to Europe, because I have friends who've played over, and I'm like, and I think, yeah, it's a fair point. Some of the top U15s, yeah, send you there and you can, hold your own against a team in Europe. But if I go to my city and pick a U15 team from there and send them, not even to Manchester, let me send them to Lowden Town. Just send them down there. They're coming back with gifts aplenty. Plenty of goals that they've been given. Those are the gifts that they come bearing back home with us. So I don't disagree with it, but it leaves out in a very important detail, which is, what is the access? Yes, I, as a insert age, was the best at this, but what access of training did I have to? What coaching was I able to get from there? You can say they're the same, but they're not the same thing.
Africans, all I have to say, people, that is just an ex-Jamaican scam. All right, let me tell you the truth. It's just an ex-Jamaican scam. All 15-year-olds are not the same. You know why? Because when they go into classrooms, all 15-year-olds are not the same. You get me? The reason why the Jamaican scam artists told you something like that is just to make sure because they're selling players and they are xenophobic at the same time. They want to make sure they ensure people get selected
Mhm.
based off everyone being equal at 15 years old. That is the sole
Mhm.
reason. Nothing else. That is just the sole reason, because they want to make sure they can keep picking underdeveloped players that cannot really step up to
Yeah.
cut it and then find other excuses and not tap into the diaspora that they do have. That is the sole reason. So people, don't listen to nobody. It doesn't matter what they have come to you and said. I am learning. I am studying football. Clearly, none of these guys aren't. It's just a bunch of little twist things for beneficial gains. You get me? Yes. If people cover Jamaica and they will gain more of Jamaica, what do you expect them to come and tell you? They're going to tell you that, of course, they can compete with everyone because a lie that benefits all of them. All right? Yes. It's not true, man. 15 years olds are not the same. Just like how if you go in a class and everyone have a different level of qualities, Africans. Obviously, in schoolwork, it's a little bit different because they kind of categorize people based on what they did before the previous year. And I think they did the
But
same in football
but
as well.
but here's the thing, and here's the part where I push back on this. And even in somewhere like Canada, if you are exceptional, you aren't there, right? I had a friend. He hasn't like his friend didn't amount to anything, but he was a friend. We were in our city. The city that he lives about 144,000 people, right? So we're there, and he's like, "Yo, I have this friend who plays basketball, right? And he's really, really good." I'm like, and I looked at him like, if he's good, he wouldn't be here. Because if he is good, there is enough mechanisms here that says his coach should be calling someone and saying, I have this talent. I think you could use him and move. Within a month, the next thing you know, he's playing for the U17 Canada men's national team, right? So he goes from my small town here in Niagara, he's
Mm-hmm.
playing in Egypt in a tournament. After the tournament, someone sees him, and then he goes back and goes and then he goes and plays 3 years in the States. Then he goes plays at Kansas for 3 years for university. Yeah, they're all the same, but there's a point where if you are still the same, that means you're still that level. If you are not the same, if you have the talent, you shouldn't still be there. If you have the talent, you should not still be there. You should be moving on immediately. If there are people who are stopping you from doing that, you need to remove those people and move. Because if there is
Yeah.
talent there, it doesn't stay there.
Yeah, agreed.
It
Umzo said, JD, you just asking JD, you don't get tired to talk about the same thing. Umzo, we are here talking about one complete different thing. Umzo, why you don't just stay in France and just don't come here? Just stop, come here. Umzo, please, just stop, come. Stay in your house and go and learn French. Thank you very much. All right. Warren said, we are not drinking rum and Red Bull alone. We have choices. All right. Thank you very much, Warren. Massive respect. All right, because we literally choose a different video Africans and covering things. And we are here for 1 hour. We never talked about Jamaica for 1 hour. We touched it for 3 minutes, and this brother come here and be talking. Let's go away. Go to France, please. I'm begging you. Don't come back. Stay.
okay,
All right, anyways, let me
but
move on to finish up this
yeah.
one because we are running out of time. Africans, 50 minutes. All I'm trying to say, people, don't be fooled. I am learning, and that's a lie. No 15-year-old are the same level. It's a lie. Don't. That's a next lie and propaganda what Jamaica sold. And remember, guys, all of these people in Jamaica, they are benefiting off these lies. That's all I'm gonna done it at. So every one of them, they benefit off these lies. So they will keep on selling it because it benefits them in some way. Maybe I don't know the way because I don't care to find a way. But you, if you want to find the truth, you go and research yourself. I don't have time for that. I have time for this. All right. So Umzo, go back to Africa. No, not Africa, France. Sorry.
What? Where are we going? What are we doing? What?
Yes,
What is
yes,
happening?
yes.
Let's
Let
talk
me
about Cuba and Panama before this
yes,
loses
you and
its
Panama.
head.
Yeah,
It's funny. Um, Yo, I'm not. See, Omzo, now see, I'm gonna take your side here real quick. What?
yes, yes. Let me stay. Let me
What?
stick on our quality. Chopping up. All right. All right.
Oh
Um,
my
Panama. Panama. We talked about Panama. We said that they're going to turn over Cuba, and we got that right. Walder. Walda, he's the best striker in the league. Would you not say that?
I
You
think
know?
he's the best one. Yeah, I think he's
Yes.
the best one here so far. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I should take credit for that. Umzo, bad man, Umzo. I should take credit. I had identified the talent from day one. Yes. So I think Walda he might just be the best striker. Yes. Got a next goal against Cuba, and they do push on. All right. Yes. So in this game, it was Cuba caused problems. All right. I don't look at
They did.
the billion shots comparable to 4.
Mhm.
They caused problems between the line. They did not look completely off the rockers. All right. They could have tried to get a goal or something. They weren't off the rockers, but definitely Panama proved to be the more swifter, stronger, technical team. Yes, and obviously they have the striker, so that added that little extra oomph to their team, and I thought that they're the deserved winner. What say you, Africans?
I mean, it doesn't help when you lose your keeper like 20, 30 minutes into the game because that was a red card. Goalie mistimed it, and then now you have to move everything around. And at that point, Panama's like, you know what? Let's take this ball and let's pepper this backup keeper and see what we can get. But no, but that's what happened. You lose your keeper, and now you're playing on the back foot. But Cuba didn't have much of anything going on here. The keeper thing didn't help at all. You have to take off a player and put in a keeper. But they defended well enough. But again, no results here. Panama, I think, definitely played well enough to get the result and got the result. Walder is someone who we will be talking about for a little bit. I'm not going to say he's the next big thing, but he's the big thing in this tournament. What does he turn this into? That's up to him.
Yes.
He can turn it to something, or he can be one of the many players who we thought were going to be the next big things, and then you catch him at Burger King, get a Whopper combo with them. So like you got everything is on the player, and they're going to work hard. It's the people around them that's going to affect a lot of things. But I'm excited to see what he does next. Walder specifically, I'm excited to see what he does next.
All right. Warren said JD's a comedian. Oh no. We're just here doing our thing, having a nice time and stuff. Yes, I do believe that he's gonna go further, just like JD and those guys, because I saw some things in him. That once you see him at the under-20s, you can give him more credit again. Umzo. Yes. All right. Yes. So I think Panama deserve to win that one. Let me move on to the big ones. Let me put up right here because right now we have to go back for the prediction king race. All right. Yes. It has been quiet for a little while. Africans acting like he does not want to win it. Yes, but we still have to.
I don't. I don't want it. JD, I don't want it.
All right,
I came
Africans.
on the stream.
They are gonna say you're what you call it? You're a bandul Jamaican, So, anyways, let me move on to let me move on to Jason. Don't turn up for videos, Jason is too busy living his best life, Yes, so he can't turn up for videos, so he can't join these streams, Yes, he's always in the Discord. And he's just always in the Discord because he's busy doing his work. We understand. So, anyways, no. Mexico, El Salvador. Quality team, El Salvador. To be honest. Are you smelling upset here for the Mexicans, or you think that El Salvador Mexico will push El Salvador's wig back? Let me know.
I think Mexico takes this in extra time.
Mexico take this in extra time. All right, guys, let me know what say you on this one. Mexico versus El Salvador. All right, both teams have been quality. Going. I think the only hiccup that El Salvador had, which was the only one they could have really had in this tournament, would have been the Honduras one, where they got pumped, and they looked good in that game as well. So they never looked off key, to be honest. All right, yes. So they went over strolling to this round. Let me know if you see an upset. For me, I don't believe that it's going to be an upset. I think El Salvador will get slapped up by Mexico. So let me put it right here. I think Mexico will slap up El Salvador 4-0. nil. All right. Yes, I think it's going to be a slap up. El Salvador is a good team, but I think this is where you're going to start seeing the big teams them turn up. Mexico don't want a repeat of the U20s, so they ain't going to do it. All right. Yes, they're going to get slapped up. All right, let me go through my comments. All right, Jason said he's here. Steadler said Puerto Rico has an excellent opportunity to beat Canada. All right, we'll get to that, my brother. We are talking about this, so let me know what say you. Soto, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and your family. Mexico, Honduras, Puerto Rico, and United States. All right, wow, that seems like a okay. Canada is not in it. All right, Mexico 4-0 cakewalk. Mexico to slap El Salvador 2-0. Mexico 2-1. Jason trying to get prediction king. Yes. All right. Mexico. And if Sato says Mexico 4-1. Yes, I think that's going to be a beat down of epic proportion coming in for Mexico. All right. Mexico will tap it after that. All right. Yes, a beat down. All right. So, anyways, Panama, Honduras. This one is going to be tough to call. Panama, Honduras. What say Africans on this one? All right.
I think my head says it's Honduras. But
No, you have to say something.
Yeah,
you need a prediction king. You're losing.
I don't need it. No, you want JD. See, this is the thing. You want me to need it so that you have reason. You have reason to put on this hat. That anything. No, I don't need this. I am comfortably fine. But Panama's taking this.
Because you never wanted to come and say it with your chest to say that Canada would have upset United States.
Because I know how I live. I know how to eat. Yeah.
All right. I am saying it here first. Honduras, good team, quality team. And I think they're the top level.
But
Panama. I think this is where I'm targeting my upset. All right. I even though I think it's a 50-50 on the odds, I just have a feeling that Panama will surprise also Honduras in this one. I think Panama defeating Honduras, even though I love Honduras. You know that I am the Honduran person here. All right. So 3-2 Panama. 3-2 Panama. Think Panama will upset Honduras to make it to the World Cup. Yes, I think that striker will make the difference. All right. And their physicality will make the difference over Honduras. Honduras is a quality team, but I just believe that Panama will surpass them. Africans, what say you?
I already said Panama before you said I will be the first to say it. So, yeah, Panama.
Panama. All right. So me and Africans went with Panama. So you see, if we lose to the chat, all right, we will invite one of you guys to come and speak for the next one, you know, and fully call us out. No problem.
Okay, so I'm on a rotating basis. It's okay. No.
I'm just people will join us here. People will join us here. People will join us here. All right. Yes. Upset Panama. Not really upset still because both of them are good teams. Jason said 3-2 Honduras. Believe me, you see if Honduras win. You see if Honduras win Africans. It is the end for me and you because he's going to come here and flex when he gets only one correct.
That's fine. I'm not perfect.
Yes. But I want to win. I want to win. All right, so Professional Pro Club said Big Roxy JFF and Professional Pro Club. And the Jamaican players was not better than the other teams then, bro. All right, so let me stop beat just JFF. They get me. Even they have extra time, they would not be favorites to win the competition. So even though I'm agreeing with you, that is JFF a part of the problem. The players were not all that better than other teams. All right, yes. So let me move off that. Let me look at other teams. The Central American teams that you said were good. We are talking about them now, and you can't even come off Jamaica. So Professional Pro Club. Let me talk about the actual teams them that are actually good now. All right, and I think they have been good a while now because they were the ones always qualifying. All right, Panama as goal scorers. Yes, Sato said Honduras 3-1. All right, Sato, you need to come on the program if your prediction is correct. All right, Honduras will win 2-1. All right, DNA trying to run for the prediction king as well. Honduras are roll over Panama. You're wrong, JD. South cry. All right, it has not happened as yet, Africans. And this man say I'm wrong.
Well, I'm either wrong or I'm right. So it's a 50-50 shot here. So I'm living a life here.
Well, no, African South cry telling us that we are wrong. No, it don't happen as yet. So tell you what, Africans, don't play the game, blood. Don't play the game. South cry know the answer already. All right, South cry, thanks very much. South cry said it. What gonna happen when I have all 4 correct? In the stream, blood. Well, I know you're not going to get all 4 correct. You're going to magnify your 1 that you got correct. All right, Africans, you're wrong, bro. Honduras will be cruising along. Oh my
They
God.
should be. They
should
be at
because
this
they're one
level.
of the best teams in the region.
But
all
I'm just
right,
picking a different result. So
yes,
we out here. So wait, before you go into this, I'm just mentally preparing myself for Puerto Rico 17, Canada -6. Okay, you can go.
All right, no. So guys, we have a tight one between Honduras and Panama, and it tells that we can't really determine who will win. Both teams are quality, and we will be streaming that game 1000%. All right, so don't worry yourself. All right, we will be streaming at 1000%. Let me see, guys. Definitely, smash the like button to get us to 75 likes if you can. Over that time period. If you just came in, make sure to just hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right? Yes, because remember, we are building ourselves back. Thanks for the 6,000 meaningful subscribers, not subscribers without views. You get me? You guys gave us the views, so thanks very much. Yet again, where's the one Mad Vibes? We don't see Mad Vibes. What's up with him? He did not get any notification. All right. Anyways, let me move on to Puerto Rico, Canada.
I'm gonna mute my mic here. And...
No. You're not muting any mic. You are going first.
That just this is thank you, Kevin, I guess. I don't I said this to one of my guys who I do content with the youth team with, and this is an opportunity they cannot pass up. If they pass up, I mean, I will be, if they lose to Puerto Rico, I'll say, you know what, Puerto Rico, I love Puerto Rico. I'm mad that it has to be Canada, but at the same time, it's an opportunity. So I'm going to go with Canada taking this. Puerto Rico can score, though. So I'm going to go 4-2 Canada.
4-2 Canada. All right. Let me write that down.
I don't want penalties.
African said it with his chest. Said 4-2 Canada. So that tells me that we might possibly get a big result for Canada because he's confident. All right. So let me see, guys. What say you, guys? Canada, Puerto Rico. For me, I think there is not going to be an upset. I am not going to disrespect the Canadians anymore, I think they have taught me a lesson that they're actually good, Yes.
They're actually good? They're actually good.
Yes, because at all levels, I came here saying, ooh, the Canadians, they're going to steamroll this. They're going to steamroll that.
I didn't realize that finishing top 3 all the time means you're not good. I didn't realize that. JD.
Yeah,
it's okay. We were disappointed.
You know what I mean.
We have a standard of finishing top 3, so
yes,
tournaments. So
yes, but we're not putting Jamaica in this conversation. All right. Yes.
Because we can put them in. No,
we're not. You guys are better than us at football. Period. At everything in football, Canada is better than Jamaica. Every damn thing. All right. We got 6 from you guys in the CCCC. We got beaten up in the ladies football every level, every damn level, and in the men's football we got beaten up every damn level. We did draw a game occasionally, yes, but that's the best thing we had. We play around 20 games this year, and we never won one of the damn games. You get me?
Why is it that I always get when I give a team credit for creating, I'm too biased? I have everything must be 5-0. Puerto Rico can score. I expect them to put one by. I don't know if our keeper is good or he just hasn't received shots. He hasn't had many shots on frame. So I can't tell you if he's good or not. But Kennedy's been in the goal, so I think they'll get 2. And I think Canada should get 4. And I think that is a fair result. But anyways, I'm not here.
Football Vision, thanks for being here. Tomorrow, 80. I don't, because we're gonna go up to 2 hours here, and then we are done. So we can't do a next one. But tomorrow, definitely, yeah, it's gonna be 80. It's gonna be 80 conversation. So 80 and all girl football tomorrow. We want to spend our time with meaningful things. Does not just the Jamaican headlines them, and that makes no much sense. Yes, I can't bother. Yes, I'm very sorry. All right.
Andre the Grass is still a thing.
What? What? I don't hear that one. Africans, I have to admit, have surpassed Jamaica at every level of football. Yes, I am actually agreeing as well. Yes, Canada is better than Jamaica at football, and it's 1000% correct. We can't deny that. They have beaten us at everything. We have a next chance to get something over them in the Olympic. But I still believe that they're going to thump us up because I saw the girls them playing.
The qualifiers. The qualifiers.
Yes. Yeah. You guys are better than us. They're going to slap we down again, They're going to slap we down again. So Canada is good.
Maybe they're good at... Maybe Haiti will score goals.
Yes, they're good at...
I think half of her goals are against Jamaica. I think half of Haidima's goals are against Jamaica. So
it's just going to run 5 goals in one
6. Another 6 for
the 5 or 6 in one game. So Haidima might turn up again and smoke Jamaica. Yes. Africans gonna be crying when Canada get a double okay, I don't know that. Okay. Damn. All right. Based on the tournament, so far Canada 2-0. Puerto Rico 0, Canada 0. Puerto Rico wins on penalty. Sato, oh my God, you would be a genius if something like that happens. Claudine, fighting against Africans in the chat. That's not something not new. Canada 3.
I appreciate the consistency with Claudine. She knows she knows I respect her because we've stayed consistent for all these years.
All right. What 4-2 Africans are you feeling? Well, yes, I think they will win 4-2. I will second that. You want Africa to be on your side, so that's why you select Canada. I think no, Africa. You want Africans to be on the side. That's why you select Canada. All right. Who you talking to in this statement, instead, right? Because clearly. I don't know. Africans is an African, so he does not need Africa. So I think he's talking me. Yeah, I think he's actually talking me. Okay, right.
Say it with all the
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
All the passports JD's accumulated. He needs one more.
Say it with your chest, Ted Rice. Say it with your chest. I don't understand what you meant. Everything except kicking away the ball very far. We are the best at that. Okay, just not got jokes saying that Canada is not as good as us. We kicking the ball away, but I saw the other day they kicked the ball from around 90,000 yards and dropped on that little short thick one. What's our name, Africans? Know that you don't like when we talk like that, The one that every time she come on as a substitute. My God, she's back.
So South comments.
Let me type her name. Let me find her name. Her name starts with L. Her name starts with L.
I can't with you. I cannot.
The female team. Let me tell her name. Her name starts with L. Yes, man. She did score on Jamaica as well, man. With a quality. Yeah, man, she was part of the smoking of Jamaica as well. Yes, man, I was watching her. Let me try and find back a Jamaica game. Yes, so we can find the 3-0. Yes, Leon, her name. Leon, yes, man. Go and watch that player, Leon. You get me? Yeah, she is not normal. So go and watch that girl named Leon, all right? Yes, she is quality, yes. And she's quality as well, Yes, quality overall. Yes.
I can't take you seriously when you do that. Anyways, on to the next comments.
All right, let's go, 80. Just checking. Yes, man, Football Vision. We will be fully supporting 80 tomorrow. Hold on. You know, how can we? 80 will be playing on the 22nd. So tomorrow is the game for. Hold on. How that works? Is the
Well,
21st for you guys? Is the 21st for you
yeah, it's
guys?
21st for us. Yeah, so it's probably what time on the 22nd for you?
All right, we will do a shorter post match, shorter
Mhm.
preview for 80 today because it's
Okay.
tomorrow the game will be played. So we have to do a
Yeah.
shorter one. So I forgot that I'm on 7 hours time, 6 hours time zone. All right. All right. Don't worry, JD. We will hold Canada in world champs 100 meter.
Andre
But
DeGrasse is a thing. Andre
the
DeGrasse is a thing.
grass is
Like,
better than all of the Jamaicans right now. So,
have they forgotten about Dre? They forgot about Dre?
so cry. The grass is actually better than. I think you have two little Jamaicans coming up. So hopefully they can
Yeah,
attack the grass. So I can hype about Jamaica at 100 meter
yeah.
men's. So we have to say the 100 meter ladies, Jamaica can defeat
Well, but
defeat
isn't
Canada,
this
you
where
know?
we all unite and just say Shakari Richardson just shouldn't win? Is this the part of the program where we do that, or is that another part? I don't know.
I don't know. Costa Rica thought the same as Africans. Okay, all right, Soto. All right, no problem. All right. So, anyways, we have the final one. Yeah, but I went on to find the girl. So the girl name is Leon. So go and type her in. Female sprinting JD. Okay. Yeah, man. Female sprinting Jamaica will brush Canada. That's 100%.
No,
I
we're
think.
swimmers. We're female. We swim. We don't run. We just swim.
Okay. Yes. We have. I thought we only had one swimmer for like 1,000 years. I don't know how old she's. Her name should be Atkinson. I thought a long time. Her name
Yeah,
should
I
be
know that
Atkinson.
name.
She was a swimmer for a long time in the world, championship and stuff. So Canada might have better swimmers than Jamaica. I don't think we're specialists in swimming. You know? Yes. Don't think so. All right. All right. Anyways, so United States, we have United States, Guatemala. Let me make that prediction, and then we can finish, and then we can go and do the 80 video to make sure we can complete everything.
All right, but for
So Guatemala, United States. You do see an upset here. Upset
U.S.
coming.
versus Guatemala,
Upset loading.
I
Upset.
don't see it. I don't
A
see it.
5-0 for Guatemala.
Oh, they're getting 5-0. Yeah. They'll return. No, hey, it's a short walk back home, boys, and you'll come bearing gifts. Figueroa is coming with gifts for you. Cruz Medina is coming with gifts for you. That's what you'll get. I think it's like a
Okay.
4-0. 4-0 for them. For USA.
All right, George, how you doing, man? We're here, man. We're here. I'm just having a good time looking over all of the games that passed and what's to come. We're gonna be covering all of the games, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock for my time games. We're gonna cover all of them. All right, because we need to get back our Concacaf powers. You know, yes, it's coming still. Soto said 3-2 extra time. Wow. That's close. Jason says 4-1 beat down of Guatemala. All right. So I will go with United States as well. USA versus Guatemala. Yes, I will go with Guatemala. USA in this one. So we will have USA advancing Canada. So USA and Canada for the 13,000th time. USA and Canada will be squaring off. All right.
And
Yes.
if
And
that's the case, it's okay.
95,000 million times it was United States coming out victors. But we're not going to do that. We're going to wait until Canada actually reach there, you know?
Yeah. Diddy, let's be real. If that's the matchup, we're playing for third place. We don't beat the US at this level.
All right,
We
all
did.
right. So at least the honesty. All right. So we get Warrior says 2-0, 2-1 Dr. Dan, and then Warren. So guys, we're gonna stop it right here, and then we try and do the 80 video. We'll set up our next live, come live with you guys. We chop up the 80 video, but it's not gonna be long. Maximum 30 minutes. Africans get his work together. Because he's fighting hard for the prediction king. So 30 minutes after this. So what we want to do, please go over African, send me a link so I can give it to the people. And yeah.
Okay.
Intentful says Guatemala 2-1. Wow. All right, all right. Intentful says Guatemala will take it. George says 4-2 United States win 4-2 win penalties. All right. So let me share this right here, guys. And then we will come with the Guatemala the 80 stream right after. Right after for the 80 stream, Panama
Yeah.
stream. All right. Yes. So 30 minutes. So thanks yet again. So guys, this is the link for Africans. Please go over Africans channel and subscribe. We will set a format that I can support Africans over his channel, like maybe post match wise for most of the Concacaf games. We're gonna work on it because maybe the
Yeah.
time causing the problem. All right. Yes. So thanks yet again for another beautiful one. All right. Yes. So peace out. Subscribe to Africans and then return back in like 5 minutes because we're gonna start the stream instant. All right. Yes. So peace out, guys. Take care.